Once upon a time, there was a young woman named Sarah who had big dreams and high aspirations. She was determined to become successful in her career, but there was one major obstacle that was holding her back: toxic people. Sarah had a toxic boss who was constantly belittling her and criticizing her work. She also had toxic co-workers who would gossip and spread negativity around the office. Sarah was constantly on edge, always second-guessing herself and her abilities. Despite her struggles, Sarah refused to give up on her dreams. She was determined to find a way to deal with the toxic people in her life and achieve success. One day, Sarah stumbled upon a motivational speaker who gave her the tools she needed to take control of her life and overcome the toxic people in her life. Here are the lessons Sarah learned from the motivational speaker. Lesson 1. Recognize toxic behavior. The first step in dealing with toxic people is recognizing their behavior. Sarah had to learn how to identify toxic behavior in her boss and co-workers so that she could protect herself from their negative influence. Toxic behavior can take many forms, including criticizing and belittling others, gossiping and spreading rumors, refusing to take responsibility for their actions, blaming others for their problems, manipulating and controlling others, creating drama and chaos. Once Sarah learned to recognize toxic behavior, she was better equipped to protect herself from it. Lesson 2. Set boundaries. The next step in dealing with toxic people is setting boundaries. Sarah had to learn how to establish clear boundaries with her boss and co-workers to protect herself from their negative influence. Setting boundaries can include saying no to requests that make you uncomfortable, refusing to engage in gossip or negative talk, avoiding toxic people whenever possible, refusing to be manipulated or controlled by others, standing up for yourself when someone crosses a boundary. By setting clear boundaries, Sarah was able to protect herself from the toxic behavior of her boss and co-workers. Lesson 3. Focus on the positive. One of the most important lessons Sarah learned was the importance of focusing on the positive. She realized that she couldn't control the behavior of others, but she could control her own thoughts and actions. Instead of dwelling on the negativity around her, Sarah began to focus on the positive aspects of her life. She started a gratitude journal and made a conscious effort to focus on the things she was grateful for. Focusing on the positive helped Sarah to maintain a positive attitude and avoid getting dragged down by the toxic people in her life. Lesson 4. Surround yourself with positive people. The final lesson Sarah learned was the importance of surrounding herself with positive people. She realized that toxic people were dragging her down, and she needed to find a way to surround herself with people who would uplift and support her. Sarah began to seek out positive people in her life, her friends, family members, and colleagues who were supportive and encouraging. She joined a professional networking group and started attending events where she could meet like-minded people. Surrounding herself with positive people helped Sarah to stay motivated and focused on her goals despite the toxic people in her life. With these lessons in mind, Sarah was able to take control of her life and overcome the toxic people in her life. She continued to work hard and pursue her dreams, and eventually, she was promoted to a higher position at work. Sarah's success inspired others, and she became a motivational speaker herself, sharing her story and the lessons she had learned with others who were struggling with toxic people in their lives. The moral of the story is that toxic people will always exist, but you don't have to let them control your life. By recognizing their behavior, setting boundaries, focusing on the positive, and surrounding yourself with positive people, you can take control of your life and achieve your goals. It's not always easy, but it is possible.